New cards, PogChamp, new cards, PogChamp. I'm so excited today for new cards, PogChamp. We have a special guest. I'm talking about the one, the only Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh! Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh! Why are you here today for new cards, PogChamp? Can you explain to the class?
Yeah, certainly. So, I am like the number one Mimighoul fan. I love this deck so much, which is a problem that I have because I keep finding myself enjoying TCG exclusive archetypes, which is always a foundation for disappointment.
It's like
So
being a
I spent,
2024 Harry Potter fan.
yeah, I know. So I spent literally a 2-hour stream yesterday doing nothing but complaining about this card.
Well,
I literally, it was.
I don't know why you'd complain when it was revealed as part of the tin reveals for some undisclosed reason. Um, when it was revealed, everyone on twitter.com was telling me, "Wow, this is just what they needed." And
No, it's
let
it's
me
not.
read the card out to you, and maybe you all can
Just
figure
read it.
out why it's just what they needed. All right, this is Mimighoul Charm. It's a continuous spell card, once per chain during the main phase. If a Mimighoul monster your opponent controls is flipped face up, this will trigger on a new chain because it's a continuous spell. You can randomly choose one face down card in your opponent's extra deck. If it is a monster that can be special summon it to your field, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. If it wasn't or couldn't be special summoned, banish that card. You can only use this effect of Mimighoul Charm twice per turn.
Okay, so I think people were honestly, I don't even know how you could say that this card is good.
People
I
just
don't
like they saw
know.
the words and they were like, a lot of words on this card. It's got to be good.
Yeah, it's got to be good. It's like it doesn't start any plays. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't extend at all. It doesn't get you to any engine. Like currently with the cards we know about Mimighoul, this card functionally does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't solve any of the problems that the deck currently has, which are one, it loses to backer removal, two, it loses to specifically Diabellstar. Um, like this deck just loop folds to Diabellstar. You give them a monster and then they send it to summon Diabellstar with her built-in summon, and then the lock is out and you just lose. So it's like it just none of this card and what I'm worried about is the direction I think they're going to take Mimighoul with the wave 2 of support. Like it just doesn't fix any of the problems that it has. It just adds a new separate game plan which is worse than the game plan than it already has, which is like a genuinely decent control strategy.
You're
And
talking
this
about the
card,
game plan where you get to randomly look at your opponent's extra deck and steal their shit.
oh look, you randomly look
Yeah,
at
you
the
look at the
opponent's
back
extra
of the
deck.
card.
Yeah. No, I think this card is kind of telegraphing is that wave 2 of support is going to build on the idea that this card and Cerberus have of taking monsters owned by your opponent. With my mind's eye, I see something like a continuous trap that says while you control a monster that is originally owned by your opponent, you can do something. You can target one Mimighoul and give it 500 attack or
Yeah, that sounds
something
pretty good.
terrible.
That fixes
Yeah,
all their
for sure.
problems, actually.
Oh, definitely. I don't know. It's man, it's just frustrating, right? It's just a trend in TCG archetype design where they set up a game plan in wave 1 and then they about face on that game plan in wave 2 and don't resolve any of the outstanding problems that the deck has with the first wave. So it's annoying. Um, this is like if you are gonna play it, you would play it in the builds that are seeing the most play right now with like Kashtira Unicorn. So that way you can set up like Kashtira Unicorn theoretically plus this. So you just like eviscerate their extra deck. But then the problem that happens was this card is a liability because if you take, we were all joking about it on Twitter yesterday, but if you take something like Promethean Princess or anything that locks you into a specific, anything that has a continuous effect that locks you into an archetype, type, or attribute, you just can't activate Mimighoul Room anymore, which is the only interruption that the deck has in engine. So it's annoying.
I
Uh,
think this was made specifically to raise your blood pressure, if I'm being completely
yeah, for
honest with you.
sure.
I'm
And
pretty
the
sure
thing is, like,
this is the Peeps killer.
yeah, what frustrates me as well is that Mimighoul is like the first TCG exclusive archetype in a while that was like that is playable at least at a rogue level right now on Wave 1 because
Okay, you
it's
say
been getting
that.
like regional tops and invites
You
right
say
now.
that, but you told me the same thing about every other TCG exclusive archetype Wave 1.
I have not. I have not.
I would
Wave
say
1? Absolutely not.
Gold Pride was pretty immediately playable.
No, Gold Pride was only playable in Wave 2 because that's when they got Roller Baller and that's when
Was
they got Roller Baller, the level 5 and the Fusion.
Yeah, but Captain Carry Wave 1 was fine.
Not really.
Was
I don't
did
think
they
that
have
deck
did they have the
anything with
Captain
Wave 1.
Carry Xyz before or after the second wave? If it was
Uh,
first, they definitely played it with Wave 1.
it
After?
was after.
Oh, okay.
It had tops? Oh, okay. Well, like the time I know
The
Gold Pride was
Mimighoul
like
has
extremely
notably
playable.
one top, and the one top
One
is
top.
like not to diminish this person's success, but
No, no, no. I think they would even say the
Halifax.
same thing. It was an 80-person regional.
I
That was
do appreciate
Keep
it
Go
in
for
the end where they're
Cena.
like, yeah, we
I
played
did.
Top Hat Hair, but I forgot to put the card in.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Like Mimighoul has problems for sure, but I think the deck is genuinely pretty decent even after Wave 1. Like the Kashtira stuff with it is pretty cool.
Yeah, oh man. The Cashier stuff
And it's
being
seeing regional
cool
success.
is such a frustrating thing because it's so true in so many decks where it's like the Cashier stuff, the Fiendsmith stuff is just a really cool addition to a lot of decks and a mechanism by which it like can mount the amount of cards necessary to like get to its game plan through interaction. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Also, there's this deck in the format that uses all these cards way better.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's the other thing that really speaking of using cards way better. That's the other thing that's really annoying about this card and, TCG archetypes in general to continue complaining about that is it's like this card already exists in the form of Kashtira Unicorn. And
Yeah,
Kashtira Unicorn within its own archetype is like one card combo do everything.
yeah.
So why does that card get to be so good, but a card like this just does nothing? Like this is so clearly an additional one of you throw into the deck that's just like a once every 3 games search target maybe, right? Like Galaxy 100 is another example of a card that's just better than this.
Do you
All
think
this deck yeah, go ahead.
do you think the OCG hates us?
Oh, I don't know what I want to say. I guess, dude, there has to be some kind of conspiracy, dude. Like
How
there
many
has to
times are
be.
we going to fall for this?
It's just like I don't understand.
Are they pissed about
how
Worlds?
you
Like what's
can
going on?
I don't understand how you can somebody somewhere, whether it's in the OCG or in the TCG, just like doesn't understand what the game is like now or doesn't care when they make these archetypes. Because like how do you look at what one Snake Eye Ash can do and then design this card? You know? Like, if this
Yeah.
card had an additional effect on activation, I think it would be playable. But it just doesn't. It just only has the extra deck rip, which is so bad. I don't understand.
I do want to highlight Jaxel's comment because I think we are being very negative, but what we're missing is that in Rage of the Abyss, if there is a strong second wave of support, Mimighoul
Uh-huh.
could really perform.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Jokes aside, if there is one playable Mimighoul card, that is, if there's just one, man, they can't do Bee Trooper again. They can't do Tistina again. There's got to be one playable card.
I will go to bat for Bee Trooper. As someone who had to balance around Bee Trooper for rotation, I'm saying like I did any of that and it wasn't just Rebecca. The Bee Trooper stuff is actually really cool and interesting, but just, I mean, like you said, completely at odds with the reality of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is, oh, the effect activates in battle phase, then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
During the very short-lived rotation period, B Trooper as like the combat focused deck with inevitability was like unbeatable just because like Cruel Saturnus is a crazy good card if you get a battle phase. Their stupid fucking instant fusion target was very strong if you get a battle
Well, wait a minute.
phase.
Cruel Saturnus is the level 5 fusion, right?
One of the two fusions.
Yeah, that was the OCG card.
Wait,
Cruel
what's the
Saturnus is not wave 2.
no, what's the it actually might not be a B Trooper. It's called like Ultimate Insect or something.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's like the fusion that Ninja played or something.
That card is crazy strong.
That card is crazy.
But for a different
But
game.
yeah, for exactly, right. It's just not competitive. Like the most competitive success that B Trooper had was because it could put two bodies on board better than
Herman
basically
Hansen
any deck.
making Vertanaconda.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I'm hoping that this doesn't sort of foretell the fact that all of these new Mimighoul cards are going to be about owning opponents' monsters, right? Because then that's just another thing that requires additional setup. That doesn't fix any of the deck's problems. I think all this deck needs is a card that gives you a trap card that you can activate the turn that it's set.
Wham, my casual deck can't keep up with the competitive scene. Life is unfair. That's true. I agree with that. But importantly, why is every
What?
casual deck the TCG exclusive? I think
Yes,
there can be
also-
bad decks, but why is every single one the TCG exclusive?
Also, what is the usefulness of that comment?
Oh, you
What-
can't
what-
be you can't be interrogating Twitch comments. It's
what
not
is
going to
the
end the way
point?
you want.
What is the point of saying that?
All
Like,
right,
yes,
all right.
I wish there were better decks.
get the
I'm
fuck
gonna
outta
yell
here.
now. All right, I'm getting out of here. I fucking hate chat. Bye.
What a what a nice young man, I said in quotes. Next up. The new V-Jump promo is okay, so just it kind of looks like Soul of Yubel. So I'm going to say it's Soul of the Gar Dragon. Dragon the Orb Ponderer. Yeah, that might be it. Translucent Dragon. Kunzite is a variant of Spodumene that's made up of lithium aluminum silicate. It supports normal monsters. Oh, then I am not interesting. Okay, I need to hear how this is pronounced. I guess you can't do that on Wikipedia anymore.
Spodumene.
Spodumene? Okay, I was way off. Next up. All right, so I guess we should talk about this card. Another verse Solaria. Okay, so another verse Solaria is another one of these fucking guys. That's what they should rename them. Another fucking vanilla prize card. A level 8 pyro normal monster. The stellar god of another world, harboring its twilight sun. His frozen flames leave a scorched trail across the dimensions, forever seeking new strength. That's fun to be like he leaves a snail trail everywhere he goes. Only one of these exists so far in terms of the trophy, and it's currently in the hands of Jedward Cotton. I don't know. People have already done their like discourse about this card, but I guess I would have to say it is really irritating that like they give 3 of these out per YCS. Like the big payoff to like winning a YCS is you get one of these. Like it's not a match winner, it's not tailored to the event, it's just a vanilla and you're going to get it all season and it's just going to chill. Take a shot every time Billy Brigg mentioned the first ever ultra printing of another verse Solaria during the Sacramento YCS. I mean, I would be dead. It's just irritating that they're like the stand-in for prizing is rare cards, which can be done well. Look at Lorcana. But the rare cards that they're giving are dog shit. You want it to be a good card? No. I don't even necessarily want it to be playable. But it sure is interesting that all the old match winners go for $1 trillion billion and these go for 200. I think, can you play these though? I'm not seeing this is not legal in a duel. If so, Jesse's got the funniest possible fire pyro he can be playing. Next up. This is the last one. Past is present with Apodrakosis, eternal recurrence of Trilokia. The end is the beginning. The past dictates the future. What world will you choose? The end is never the end. I'm going to release 4 more albums that are dog ass. This is the journey of the man in the moon. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. 1. Special summon 1 Apodrakosis monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but return it to the hand during the end phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Apodrakosis continuous spell you control or in your graveyard or banishment, put it on the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Man. They are pushing the fucking envelope on what you're allowed to print on a trap card. That's about as good as a trap card is allowed to be. Wow. Is it enough? Can't really say definitively that it is. But as I've said over and over again about the Apodrakosis, while the Apodrakosis deck full stop is kind of middling in my eyes, the place that these cards will be considered is future decks that could theoretically make use of their support, kind of like a better adventure, provided you are doing the things these individual dragons want you to do. And if you're already playing a small engine, will this make the cut? Can't say for certain, but it is a pretty fantastic way to access them. And that's it. Really short new cards PogChamp today.